inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles.
All right, and we are back with another episode tonight. We have the Starcher brothers. Both guys are on the card coming up November 9th. Sheldon for a title. He's got a little pillow title there.
It's already here, man.
Sheldon coming up for a title.
Manifestation.
Preston in a big fight as well. And Gay, thanks for coming on, guys.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
So since we last had you guys here, you both been active, and friggin' Sheldon fought a guy who's, as far as I know, never even been knocked down. Came in and put the dude out early. That's a huge accomplishment. That guy's fought everybody in West Virginia. He went the distance with Denzel Chapman, and he's fought here like 4 times, I believe. And I've never seen him hurt, never seen him drop, and you put him out like fast.
Impressive. Yeah, Sam's got experience too. He's by far the most experienced opponent I've ever faced.
Yeah, I believe he came in for MMA. Well, a lot of his older MMA fights are not on his record, so he's got a lot of fights. And
jeez,
boxing,
I would have known that one. Except the fight, jeez, scared me a little bit.
He's got a lot of experience. So yeah, you fought a super experienced
dude was
guy.
pulling off twisters before like the Korean Zombie or Bryce Mitchell or any of them, man.
Yeah,
he's tricky. His jiu-jitsu was his biggest advantage, but I knew that was really the only advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so his jiu-jitsu is a big advantage, but I don't think he has the strongest wrestling, so he struggles to get the fight to the mat. Yep. But once he's to the mat, he's a very dangerous guy.
You could tell just from watching his film. Whenever he gets a hold of it, he's like a python or something, like a boa constrictor. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to see him like really work on the wrestling and make another run at MMA.
Yeah, I told him, man. I said, keep it up. I love watching you, man. I mean, he's entertaining at least.
Oh yeah, I love watching the guy fight.
And he'll show up. That's one thing about it. He'll show up.
Yeah. He's a vet, and he's reliable and tough as hell. So
yeah, Sheldon makes it hard to follow up. That's for sure. It's hard to follow after him. You know what I'm saying? 30-second KOs is hard to follow up. I mean, you just can't. You can't beat it. Really.
What do you do?
It's tough to beat. I mean, the pressure gets put on immediately once your brother walks out there and KOs somebody with an uppercut in 30 seconds. I think you might be seeing one.
Now I gotta go do it. So, so this time, Preston, we got you coming out against Juan Willett or Johnny Willett. I guess he goes by both.
Juan Jitsu. That's what I've heard a lot. Yeah.
I haven't heard that one. So Juan Jitsu. What do you think about this matchup?
He's a scrapper, man. I think that it's fight of the night potential. You know, he's got fight of the night written all over it. But honestly, I think it's a battle of cardio because we're both willing to go out there and scrap, and I think that he's willing to bang with me to a point. You know, everybody's willing to bang with me to a point, but I think that once he feels some power and gets hit a few times, he'll probably be shooting like everybody else. See, but I've been working so much grappling. I mean, you know that's what we've been working so much over the past, 3 years since we started. So I'm feeling very comfortable with when it comes to the grappling. I feel like it's almost not even an issue in this fight because I've been working it so much that I just got to keep a pace on this guy and just outwork him with cardio. Me and Sheldon, we haven't just been working in class. We've been getting running, swimming, different kinds of things like that and getting that extra edge when it comes to the cardio so we can just push that pace. And I think that's how I'm going to break this guy is just pace. And then also, he kind of gets sloppy on the feet and in the jiu-jitsu. So, at some point, I might catch him. You know what I'm saying? And, we know that I have power. I think I have the best power at 135 pounds. And, I've hurt guys at 145. You've seen me hurt guys. You know what I'm saying? And in those small ounce gloves, anything can happen. So, I could put him out early. But, honestly, like I heard Eric say, I'm kind of ready for, a long fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for the full distance if it comes to it. Because I feel like in the next couple of weeks, I'll be ready for 15 minutes, let alone 9 minutes. I want to be able to push 9 minutes as hard as I absolutely want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I plan on beating him.
Like it.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, you talked about, you guys been working a lot outside of class. So you kind of had a fighter house before, the two of you guys under the same roof. Now you're truly in a fighter house. So what's it like having so many fighters now under the same roof and is probably MMA 24/7.
Yeah, we got a bob set up just in our backyard, man. Like, I'm sure the neighbors are like, man, what is happening in that house? Just because you see people leave the porch and they're running in this direction, running that direction. Hear Bob screaming in the backyard, you know what I'm saying? So, but it honestly is really convenient. Like, if you need to go and like have a partner to smack some pads with or something like that, you just grab one of the guys and they're normally always down. So, makes it pretty easy in terms of training, you know? See, the one thing that I've
For
noticed
sure.
is that once it gets close to like one of us fighting, like, and that's what's crazy is we all haven't really got to fight on the same card since we've started living together. It's always been like Eric kickboxing here or us going and fighting here, but it's always just someone like the week of the fight we're dropping all kinds of like just how we feel. You just feel everybody talking. You always got someone to talk to in the house, and then after that you go get a different perspective from somebody else. So you're always getting all this thrown at you, and you always got knowledge coming at you about a fight. So pretty much, I mean, there's nothing you're going to miss. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Yeah.
see, but it can work against you if you ain't mentally prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You got so much stuff coming at you, and so many people saying that this could happen and that could happen. But I mean, it is nice to have when you got strong minds like me and Sheldon. We can take in all that information and use it. You know what I'm saying? Not just be scared of everything that everybody's saying could happen. We just kind of take that and use it and make it for preparation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Turn it into a positive. And one thing is, I was thinking like you leave class, maybe you just didn't quite get something. Come home, work with the guys on it, or even you're sitting around the house, you see something you see a fight on YouTube, like oh hell, like, that's awesome. I want to implement that, and then you just go grab your brother,
Exactly.
like hey, let's practice this right now. So
yeah, we've always kind of had that too, where we've kind of just always done it together. You know what I'm saying? So now these other guys are kind of getting a little bit of a taste. And honestly, the fighter house, man, it's a lot easier when everybody's on the same track and preparing for a fight on the same date. Because, you'll be keeping your diet straight, and then you'll have a guy walk in with like a pizza and then like some Hershey's or something like that. Fuck, man. Yeah, Eli. Yeah. No, Eli's actually doing pretty good, man. Like, cause he's good at cooking too. So like, he cooked me up a steak the other day, man. I felt like
He's the shit.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure he's eating good. I've seen him.
He's not bad in the sparring either, man. He's doing all right.
Yeah, dude. Eli's been getting in there and working with us, man.
He's been talking about fighting. I hear it every year. Like when football season's over, you'll see me.
Yeah.
Where you at, Eli? Come on, man. Well, I guess he's got that baby coming now. So
Yeah,
he's gonna put a lot of time on that one.
Yeah.
Gotta stay away from the women, man. It's the key to success.
Sounds like he's got a good one. Same with Eric. So
oh yeah.
Sounds like they got a good one. So yeah, the good, like Eric said, we can pawn the girls off on each other and we can go do our thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they both got good girls, but they both got babies too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Comes with it.
The fighter house is gonna be the baby house soon.
See, I'll tell you how we made a mistake is that we didn't get a camera and start vlogging it from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
man, dude, like a documentary. You know what I'm saying? Would have been great, but we didn't have like a camera guy. We need a camera guy. So if anybody wants to get a camera guy, hit us up.
You just got to do reenactments, man. Y'all just start telling the stories, and then you like hire somebody that looks nothing like you to do it.
Yeah.
Get Heath Martin and David Wiley to play you guys.
Yeah, that's good people right there for us. Yeah, David Wiley looks exactly like me.
David's you. Heath and Sheldon, they look more like brothers than you and Sheldon. So yeah,
I guess so.
I only really know the one.
Oh, you don't know Heath?
No, I don't know Heath.
Okay, he's boxed here before. You have to look him up. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so anyway, we got a bunch of you guys on the card. We got Dominic Baker against Toro Base, you and Johnny. Then we got Stan and Isaac. Then we got Sheldon and Griffin for the featherweight championship. And recently bumped up to the main event, Mitch and Eric. There's a lot of hype behind that fight. It's something. Yeah, we got a flyweight amateur fight, no belt on the line, as the main event over top of pro fights, over top of championship fights. But there's just so much heat on that fight, and the guys they respect each other, but they don't like each other. I see it. They they both respect each other as a man. Like they think the other guy is a good man, good person, but they want to beat their ass.
Yeah, they're taking like the passive aggressive. They're like, man, you're gonna eat some dirt. But hey, I respect you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they both recognize the other guy as a good fighter, good person, but there's a rivalry there.
It's
So,
hard not to respect each other. You know, like Mitch
Yeah.
beat Eric. Eric wobbled Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Like Mitch
Yeah.
knows it's not an easy fight, so there's a lot of due respect between the guys.
So I interviewed Mitch earlier. It hasn't been posted yet, but Mitch wants to prove that he can stand with Eric. So that's his game plan is to stand and knock Eric out.
I can guarantee you that this man shoots in under 60 seconds. He shot on me in half a second. Okay, he will not stand with Eric very long at all.
He's just throwing him off.
And me and Mitch is the same way. We have respect for each other, but I can guarantee you that man will be shooting quick, 100%.
So,
he always says that. He always says that same thing. By the way, he always says that. If you've ever noticed, he always says the same.
He gets in there. He has every intention. Like, all right, bell rings. I'm gonna go ahead and knock him out. Nah, I'm shooting.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Hell, he'll even have us believing it for a second. Like, damn, he might stand with us. Yeah, but it never happened.
This girl's trying to get some camera time here, I think. She keeps jumping up here in front of the camera.
I've noticed.
Looks like a sweetie.
What's her name?
Stacy. She is 11 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can tell by them whiskers, man. Jeez. Got the ultra balance.
Stacy.
She loves me.
Yeah, Stacy's getting love right now.
All right, girl, I'm going to put you down. I'll give you some love in a minute.
Never imagined Keith being the cat guy, man. I always thought you'd be more of a dog man.
I got a dog in here, too. He is 14 years old. So,
that's an old dog.
Yeah. So in doggy years, he's my age.
Old as dust, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he don't weigh as much as you.
Yeah, he's getting up there, man. He ever since he's been an inside dog, he's getting those table scraps, and he's getting a lot of them.
Oh, gee.
He's a big boy. He came in like 60 pounds, and now I don't know what he's up to, but he's a big fella. It's like part pit, part German Shepherd, and just a mutt.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, big guy. Good. He's a good dog. He's a mama's boy. And he lets me know. I was his best friend for 11 years, and then we brought him in the house, and now he lets me know that I'm not his guy anymore.
It's just the dogs and the women, man.
Now. Yeah,
they're just like us, for real.
Yep. Personalities. So let me get your opinion on. We've talked about Eric and Mitch. I don't know if we've talked about Sheldon and Griff yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, so Sheldon is working on his poses with the belt, looking to get one. So what's it mean to you to get another crack at this title?
Honestly, man, I've been scratching for that title. I mean, like, if I had just all the time that I've thought of this title back, man, I could start a brand new life, man. I mean, honestly, after that losing a chase, because where I was doing so good in the first round, and then okay, loud and clear, boss.
I gotta find something. Damn. Oh, man. Double champ.
That does look good, man. That does look good.
All the MMA belts are in the garage. I don't have any out here.
But no, man, where I lost a chase like that in the first round, it really put a sour taste in my mouth, man. And I mean, like, these are fights like the ones that I'm losing for New Line Cagefighting. These are fights I know that I can win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I feel and I know that I'm the better fighter. It's just I wasn't able to implement the stuff that I know I'm capable of doing. And that's what really pisses me off. Like the title to the side, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to really go and this fight show what I'm capable of, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, what I've been trying to do to these wrestlers the whole time, man. Because I mean, like, whenever we were talking about getting this match made, I mean, what did I tell you? I said, give me the best grappler you got, you know. Mm-hmm. Sorry, but yeah, I called out Chase, and then his team wasn't wanting it. Let me get a drink of water.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that what it comes down to is that we're still learning on the job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and that's what it's always been since the beginning, and we knew that. Like, I knew coming in, like, when I was sitting there at 18 years old, or even 17 years old, I knew, like we're gonna go in, we're gonna take a couple losses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's just gonna be guys that's more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have, you know, the things around us to get us there right now, and we still don't. And that's the truth. I mean, like like this is a great, like this has been great. Like I'm learning so much that it's hard to take in all the information that I'm taking in right now. But at the same time, there's so many more opportunities. In the next few years, we're going to grow so much. And I mean, even in the next year, we're going to grow so much. I mean, like, this guy's going to get this title, and we're just going to keep putting fights together, and then our name's going to get out there. And then before long, we'll be 27, 28 years old, and we'll be fighting the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's all just like that. It's just that quick. And we just got to realize that it's a journey, and we're just sitting here every day taking in. Because like I said, we knew we was going to take some losses because we're learning on the job. Like everybody else got to take their losses, back when they were doing, tournaments when they were smaller and kids and stuff. Like, we took our first loss at, 18 and older. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you grabbed your first loss against I believe it was a brown belt with Chance Grillet.
Yeah, see, me and him, I was just thinking about him. Like me and him, we're gonna have to just do the best out of 10. That's what I was thinking about with me and Chance. Like I love that guy so much. We're just gonna have to do the best out of 10 fights. He's up 2. I got to get 8 back. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. No, I do. I like Chance. See, but if you actually look at the rankings, it's just me and Chance in there now. Everybody else is either 25ers pro or, there's nobody else around here. It's hard to find these 30 men.
There's not a lot. I'm hoping that it continues to grow. But, I mean, we just see a lot of guys come around, and you'll see a lot of guys will take their first loss and you never see them again. Like, I don't know. They come in, they want a tune-up fight, they're begging for tune-up fights, asking for easy fights, continually reminding me, hey, I'm new. Don't put me with anybody good. Then as soon as they lose a fight, never hear from them again. That's the difference. You guys come in, you're wanting to fight the best guys. I mean, Sheldon, you knew, like, your glaring weakness in the beginning was being on your back and your wrestling. And so most of the guys I've dealt with in the past, like, hey, don't match me with a wrestler next time. Hey, like, give me somebody that'll stand with me. Sheldon's like, hey, give me another wrestler. I'm ready now. Give me another one. Hell, we threw him against a national champion, and you gave him a good fight. And
I was stuffing takedowns, man.
Speaking of Luke, he is making his pro debut on our March 1st event in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Damn, man. I had a list. Whenever I got this strap, man, I had a list, man. He was on that list. Shit, that's what I was about to go into with the chase thing.
Keep the chase, man. Keep going, keep grinding, and catch him at the next level.
That's what it'll have to be, man. That's what it'll have to be. But I mean, like, that's what I was about to say earlier. Is like with the chase thing, it's like no disrespect there. Like me and Chase are cordial, but I do want that fight back. You know what I'm saying? It was the loss that really like left the sour taste in my mouth, and Luke too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, those are guys who they got one over me, but I had a list, man. I was going to check it twice, but I'm going to have to reevaluate.
Seeing the truth about them boys, Lucas and Luke, is that they're jumping the gun going pro quick, And again, rightfully so, they was a little bit ahead of us. But I'm telling you, the next couple of years, we're going to be crawling up there and smack them right in the face. We're going to be there, So the rematches are coming. The rematches are coming there.
Yeah, we're playing.
And that's all respect, but that's just something we got to get back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was my title fight loss, too, you know what I'm saying, was his best friend. You know what I'm saying? And I was young in that one. Like that was just me not even prepared for that kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I just rushed the gun on the entire thing. See, but again, a couple more years, and we can run it. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, that's what it is. Still young. You've got more mileage. I mean, as young as you are, you've got more mileage on a lot of the guys that we do call the vets. Nobody looks at you guys as vets because you're so young, but you've got more fights than most of those guys that people are looking at, like the local legends.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just trying to do this amateur career.
Growth. Yeah.
I feel like the amateur career is almost just as important as the pro, because you won't have a good pro career if you haven't seen the things you need to see before you go pro. I mean, like, if you're going pro and then, like, you're getting fed a bunch of, like, low-level guys, like, that's a good way to kind of prime yourself as a pro. But if you see all that stuff before you even turn pro, then you just get thrown right into the fire. So who it is a lot of times with, like, the UFC and stuff like that. You'll see guys in the Contender Series and they got 2, 3, 4 fights, pro fights, and then they're getting thrown straight in there with the Wolves. And you know how the UFC is. They just match you up with whoever's a good fight around the same rank.
See, and that's really the path that I think. See, and that's really the path that I think that we can take, is just having longer amateur careers and then just going and smoking people at the pro level and just getting. See, because I mean, once we get out there and start smoking good fighters at the pro level, people's going to see us talk and it's going to take off like that. Like I said, it's going to be real quick, boom, boom, and then you're going to be fighting the best in the world. It's not like this long. Well, I mean, it is a long journey, but it happens so quick that it's right around the corner. Like it's not far away at all. Like I think about it all the time. We're really just 20 fights away from the best fights in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the absolute best fights in the world. So just think of it like that, man. Just enjoy the journey. That's exactly what it is. And take the losses and don't try to think of them as much as losses and just these learning experiences. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's a real thing. Because you'll break yourself down if you just think that you'll take your confidence away if you think, man, I'm just getting beat. I'm getting beat. But you're learning. You genuinely are.
Between our losses, we haven't taken a lot of damage. I mean, like, even though me and Preston have TKO losses, we've never been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it's like we've done a good job of avoiding damages in our losses.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, I've seen that with you against some of those wrestlers, and they're not. They weren't doing a ton of damage to you. They were pretty much just had you stuck in a spot that you didn't know how to get out of at the time. And I guess you can only be there, with punches coming at you for so long, even if you're blocking them, evading them, or whatever. Like some of them are getting through, but I mean, as soon as the fights, as soon as the referee call it, you shake his hand, jump up, you're a little upset about it, whatever, ready to move on. You'd hit me up the next day. Hey man, you get me on the next one. Want to fight another wrestler? I'll be working on it. And, I've never seen either one of you guys come out beat up. I've never seen either one of you get beat up in there. It's just like you've got some losses. You get, and most of them were to the grapplers, to the wrestlers, and
all of them.
So all of them. Yeah, you got your debut. You got caught in an arm bar. You were doing good. Then did he pull guard?
Yeah, he pulled guard.
See,
but even in our last fight, like me and Chance, like I was doing well right off the bat. See, but again, like that's what I was going to say is like I would like to know like what me and Sheldon's time for actually standing on the feet is, because like I feel like they have to get us to the ground, and like that sounds again cheesy, but like I feel like we would literally be KOing people if they couldn't get us to the ground. Like once that shit stops, people's going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna start seeing spectacular knockouts and stuff like that. It's just keeping the feet. See, because I haven't been on the feet for more than a minute before I get a shot put on me immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do not want that level of striking, and me and Sheldon just got that level of striking around here. And really, I don't think people around here see that in the gym and then are able to actually deal with that type of pressure, so they shoot for the legs every single time. Even people like Luke Martin, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's dealing with good people, but he was shooting for the legs. You know what I'm saying? Because Sheldon's hurting people. Sheldon's hurting people good. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's just what it's going to be. And once we stop those takedowns, people are going to sleep inside your octagon. You know what I'm saying?
And we've spent a lot of time with a lot of heat coming at our heads from those positions that we've lost in the past. Like I've never lost a fight that wasn't from the bottom of mount. You know what I'm saying? So I just have guys mount me and then just try and take my head off. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, I got to have that heat coming at my head to really be able to work it together in a fight.
See, and also offensive wrestling. We want to push offensive wrestling as well. See, because the whole thing is we kind of got this thing put on us like, hey, you guys need to defend takedowns and put people to sleep. But the thing is if we push offensive wrestling, that's going to open paths for knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's how it works. This is MMA. You can't just defend takedowns and fight people. Like, we're not kickboxers. You know what I'm saying? We are mixed martial artists. So we're going to push our wrestling. We're going to push our jiu-jitsu. We're going to get up to our feet. We're going to take people down, and we're going to beat people up. You know, like, we're going to be all around. But again, that's part of the journey is learning and getting there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going.
Get it to where these guys are worried about your takedowns too.
Absolutely.
So,
and that just comes with time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't grow up in a wrestling program, then it's going to take time to pick that up, and it's a little easier. I feel like it's a little easier for somebody to learn jiu-jitsu than it is learn wrestling.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of wrestling, it's not just the techniques, but it's a whole mentality, and that's not always something you can just pick up in a training session. You just gotta. I don't know. You got to build it, I guess.
Well, it's a grind. Like, it's a wrestling grind.
Yeah.
Like it's the closest thing to MMA in my opinion, because when you get caught in the guard, like in jiu-jitsu, you'll sit there. But when you're in MMA and wrestling, you got to get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to get up immediately. So it's that grind of constant, going. Like, stand-up wrestling is the best way to get ready for a fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, just sitting there and wrestling back and forth. You're going to get in great shape.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've talked about a lot of these fights. Sheldon, Griffin, Lee, and Bruno. He beat the man that beat you. The fight stayed on the feet the whole time. I don't know that he's going to work, try to do that with you. He's a wrestler. Luke Griffin's a wrestler. He's trains wrestling, jiu-jitsu, definitely his strength. But he will stand. So how do you see this fight playing out?
I think that he with the fight with Chase, it's just Chase. It's kind of tough for Chase to get in because he's a good wrestler, but it's tough for him to get in on the hips of these longer guys. And that's kind of, I think, what you were seeing with Liam Bruno. Is Griffin's got the wrestling background, and he's also a good bit taller than Chase. He's got longer arms, and it's a little bit tougher for Chase to get in. But I think that Griffin's a little bit more well-rounded than Chase. I think that he's got a little bit better striking. So I think that he'll probably try mixing it up a little bit with the feet, but I really don't see him staying on the feet for long. I mean, like, once he feels the pressure, once he feels shots landing and whiffing past his head, he's going to shoot fast, I bet. If I had to put my money down, he shoots in the first round, without a doubt.
We'll take that bet with anybody that we fight.
The over-under on his shot is 1.5 minutes. What do you take? What are you putting your money on?
Under 1.5 minutes. I put 20 on it.
Dude, I put the house on it,
I'm going out.
Eric's house is on the line.
Yeah, Eric's house. I'll put it down. Sorry, Eric.
All right, I want to bring up another one here. We got Stan Chang versus Isaac Bucky. I'm gonna get your opinions on this one.
Master Splinter. He's gonna come out here and do his thing. He's gonna come out. He's gonna teach this guy a lesson. No, honestly, this Isaac Bucky guy, I'm pretty sure he's fought another one of our buddies from Category 5.
He fought Brody, yeah.
Yep. And I think that right there says those guys are best friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're in there working every single day. Like, sometimes I walk into the gym at 6:30 and they're already in there working together, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they got it figured out when it comes to that. And, I mean, those guys are just tremendous kickboxers. They're what built us in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying?
Brody and Stan have really competitive rounds. I mean, what Brody made, or how Brody made Isaac look in that fight, I think Stan's not going to have a problem doing that. And Stan, he's tricky, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, people might overlook him just because he's a little bit older than how a lot of these other guys are. But Stan gets in there and he hangs with these young bucks, man. I mean, Stan gets in there with everybody in the gym, the young guys. I mean, and he makes it tough for him. It's never easy when you're going against Master Splinter.
And I'll tell you another thing about Stan is, like, before I seen him go out and start actually going in competition, I never seen him really, like, shit talking in the cage and stuff like that. And then you see it come out of him once he gets in there and gets hit a couple times and he starts landing. He just turns into a different human, And, like, genuinely, you don't want to mess with Master Splinter in the middle of war. Like, that guy's different. Like, that scared me. Like, I've never seen that part of him, you know what I'm saying? And it really does come out. And he has a long history of boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has hands. Like, and not only does he have hands, but he's built his kicks over the years to where he's put it together so well that as a kickboxer, really, I think he could maybe make a run for the title, for your all's title around here. And maybe even defend it a few times. Like I have a lot of faith in Stan. I really do.
The only thing about that is that you, like, 3 of my top 5 guys at 155 are all from your gym.
That's true.
I don't know, like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to have to go the old WWE route. We're going to have the world title, the Intercontinental title, the TV title, all at 155.
No doubt.
So
just start having them doing sparring matches or something. They probably fight each other. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So Roman is fighting December 7th for the lightweight kickboxing title against our champion James Barney. James recently switched gyms. He's now with Hybrid MMA in Lexington. So we've seen James twice at New Line. He is now, I think, 7-1 or 8-1. He's very active. He blew out his knee. I don't know a few months ago. I believe he had surgery. The dude was, like, right back in the gym, and he's fought since then. I mean, I'm over here thinking he's out till this. I was thinking he was out. I didn't even try to match him in November. I was like, nah, he's out till December. Nah, he's been fighting. He's already fighting. So
did he do well in his last fight?
Yeah, he's looking good.
He's good. He
is looking good. And another one I didn't say, Isaac Bucky. So he was 1-1 coming into the fight with Brody. Got dropped to 1-2. Then he took a trip to Thailand, did some training there. He's been killing it. and he's fought twice recently, and now he's up to 3. So he's on a 2-fight winning streak since he lost to Brody. So that makes the fight with Stan interesting.
Absolutely.
So he's definitely improved. I believe he took a lot. He learned a lot from that loss to Brody. So Bucky's looking to come back and make some waves here. I think he's wanting to get up and get another shot at Brody and go chase the belt as well. So that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, these Category 5 guys, they're hard to they're everywhere and they're hard to get past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the one thing is like, if you manage to get past one, good luck getting past the next. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a big job right there.
And another one, we got Dominic Baker. I think he joined the gym maybe after you guys, right? So he was kind of training on his own and
a little bit after us, I think.
Yeah. That's when he was coming in consistently.
Yeah, so he went from I believe being independent, showing up and fighting, training on his own to joining up with you guys. So I think it was like a casual, maybe coming in to hit a bag thing or something. Then he really joined the team. Yeah. All right, we're back.
That was my
bad. A little technical issue of a battery dying.
It's a long day. Okay? It's a long day.
It's been a long day. So we were talking about Dominic, his improvement. And you said there's no easy rounds at Category 5 now. Iron sharpens iron. Everybody's getting better. That's what I like to hear, and that's what it's all about. So let's see. I believe we've talked about all you guys. Even Roman. So man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for all this stuff. We got some big fights.
Question is,
my train of thought.
So the question is, Keith, when are you getting back in there?
When am I getting back in there?
Yes, sir.
Let's just say when I'm under 250 pounds.
Man, you got to at least get in there and do some jiu-jitsu or something.
Some jiu-jitsu?
You got to give the people what they want to see. That's your job.
I don't know what they want to see.
You.
We want to see Keith No in a singlet.
Yeah. Keith No in a singlet. I like it.
So it can't be Myers this time, right? It's got to be somebody else. Maybe we can clone Myers and I'll fight 2 of them.
That's still a lot of weight to throw around, man.
What about old Dunn? Get old Dunn out. Out of retirement.
Done?
Yeah, get him out of retirement. Chop your leg.
That would be fun. That would be fun until he starts kicking my leg.
That's what I was gonna say. You're gonna kick at your leg. It's like Jose Aldo in his prime, dude.
Yeah, I've got a lot of reach on him, but God, dog, his leg kicks are nasty.
Yeah, those boys are big too.
Yeah.
Man, like Antonio Robinson, that's a big boy.
He is. I'm ready to see him, man. Dude, every time I get him on the card, like his opponents pull out. Like he's fought here 3 times. I'm standing up, by the way. That's why I keep almost falling down. My back's all broken still. It'll balance. Yeah, Antonio, he's fought here 3 times, but we've had him on every single card since I met the guy. So we've booked him like 6 or 7 times, and just people are pulling out. It's hard to get him to fight. He's had 3 guys pull out on the card coming up. So currently he's not on the card. Who did I have him with? Can't even think. But whoever he had pulled out about a week ago. So we're trying to find somebody for him now. Possibly we might have him something for December. The other guy, I'm just waiting on that dude to get back to me. So I'm trying to get Antonio on every card. Love that dude, man. Awesome guy.
I love that guy, man. He's got so much heart, dude. I mean,
yeah.
Like the last fight, the guy he was fighting was a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he really was. Like everybody knew that guy's a beast, and he just kept coming out each round. You know what I'm saying? Like he had heart, dude. Like I looked over at that and I was like, man, I don't care what happens tonight. That guy, it's a good man right there.
Yeah, he's real exciting.
So he said he wanted to stick with kickboxing. He's not done with MMA, but he's wanting to. He doesn't want to stop competing. He wants to take time off MMA to work on his wrestling and his takedown defense. But while he's taking time off working on that, he wants to keep competing. So he's going to do boxing, kickboxing, whatever he's got to do. And then when he's ready for MMA, he's coming back. There's been a few guys that said they would fight him in MMA, but it's like some matchups I wouldn't want to make. Nothing against him. I mean, it's some guys I think he would hurt these guys. So we might make it happen. We might make something happen.
From what I understand too, just from watching his Facebook posts and stuff like that, like he was leaving a lot of gaps left unfilled. You know what I'm saying? So it seems to me like he's just now really taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I see stuff he posts, he's eating on a story and stuff like that, and I mean, like we know that he's got his head in the game, like he wants it, but I mean, is he getting into a jiu-jitsu gym and really getting in the rounds and the drilling? Because like that's the most important part. Like that's one of those things that if you push it off to the side, like we know how long it takes to develop grappling skills. It's like you've got to almost be in there for a couple of years to start hanging with guys. You know what I'm saying?
So it was similar to your situation before. He was out in the middle of nowhere. He moved from Eastern Shore, Virginia to out in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, like literally out in the sticks. And, you know, he's the mountain man. He took the name when he moved there. Living out in the middle of nowhere, he was looking at like he was working 50, 60 hours a week. And the closest gym was like, I think it was like a 70, 80-minute drive. I mean, he was looking at, he was going to start going, but he moved back to Virginia. I'm not sure what happened there, but he's not in West Virginia now. But he moved back to Virginia. He's in a spot. There's no gyms in his town, but there's some gyms at a decent drive. So he's going to one. I don't know if it's once, twice a week. He works a lot, so he makes time though. And then he's also trying to get like once. I don't know if it's once a week, once a month, trying to get up with Cossum Ruffin and those guys. And they're at a legit gym, but it's a couple hours away from where he lives, so he's trying to get up with them too. So he's working at home. I mean, he gets off work, comes home, busts it out. So and before, when he was in West Virginia, no gyms anywhere close by. He was training in the living room. He turned his living room into a gym. So he was doing it. He had to be careful. Had a low ceiling, so he had to be careful what he was doing. But he was getting it in. But you know, there's only so much you can do when you're on your own. You can get better, but it's a slower process. I know how it goes because I was the same way. I was training in my garage when I was younger. I would occasionally go to this karate dojo or meet up with some like older boxing vets. But 90% of what I was doing was in my garage or just putting in miles on the road. So that's what he's been putting a lot of work in on his own, but he's trying to get in some time with other people, which is good.
And there's really definitely room for that. Like I feel like it's important to get kind of the sessions in on your own, like the road work and the bag work, the shadow boxing, because like I don't know, I can go somewhere in my mind whenever I'm kind of trying to tune in and visualize the fights, and then working in by myself, like, and kind of really go somewhere with it, you know what I'm saying, with the music, and then like sparring, like if I have someone in front of me, I'm just kind of like trying to kill them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a little bit different, but
yeah, it's a cool thing when you can kind of block it all out. I was doing it before in the garage, getting in there and just really visualizing things and working the bag. And man, I need to do that. My garage is so freaking full now. Can't do anything in there. Miss it. But last night I got some sparring in on the VR headset. Playing a boxing game on the VR. Got me a good sweat on. So I might jump on that when we get off here.
Yeah, I heard that's a good workout, dude. I heard that's a good workout.
Yeah. So there's a few games. There's a few, but there's one in particular that I recommend. Thrill of the Fight. There's a new one about to come. Thrill of the Fight 2 is about to come out. But it's more of a boxing simulation, whereas the others are more like arcadey. Like you think of it like Fight Night versus Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You know, like Punch Out's definitely arcadey style, and Fight Night's going for the realism. So like Thrill of the Fight is definitely realism based. And I've played a lot of it. I've boxed a lot in real life. But playing this game, you actually feel like you're boxing. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's a lot better than the rest of them. But, I mean, there's no career mode. There's no season, no tournament. Literally just like one fight. But it's okay because it's like that one fight is really cool.
Yeah.
And you can change the settings. You can be like, all right, I'm fighting a guy that throws a lot of left hooks. Get on there and you can change the setting. Turn that dude's left hooks up. You can like literally edit the guy you're about to fight with. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Sounds like we need to get
So when I was preparing to fight William Myers, I went on there and edited it. I turned what did I do to it? I turned his jab down, turned his hooks where he throws more hooks, and I turned his chin all the way down too to make it realistic. And went just like it did on the VR in real life.
It worked out.
That'll do.
Sorry, Will.
Is that a call out? So is that a call out right now? What's going
Number
on?
2, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, he's called me out multiple times since then, and he told me I got lucky that I boxed him and not MMA. He said he's not a boxer, he's an MMA fighter. He wants to get me an MMA. Like, man, I would love to, but I don't need to be doing that stuff. Come on. Yeah, he said he's going to take me down and beat me up. That's what he said.
That sucks.
He's an internet bully, man.
Hate those guys.
He's a good dude. I
No,
like
he's a good
Will.
guy.
I like him, but he's dying to get that rematch, and he's not going to get it.
That's good stuff, though.
I'm retired unless I can get under 250 pounds.
Well,
Then I
you
will
can do
come
that.
back.
You can do it. I believe you.
How about we do
I'm not like trying to do it, but if I get under 250, I'm doing it.
I'd say me and Preston's weights right now might combine to yours. We'll just do a 2 versus 1
Okay.
match.
Tag team. Sheldon goes.
I'm taking y'all down. I'll tell you that. I'm shooting for the ankles.
I'm gonna get your
I'm gonna
back.
put you against the wall. I'm gonna throw you over the cage.
Who did that? Tank Abbott? Was that Tank Abbott?
He was trying to, and he's the reason that they had to make a rule that you can't throw your opponent over the cage. So, but I'll tell you what, I will eat a disqualification if I can throw somebody over the cage.
Oh, that's a highlight for the rest of your life.
That's going viral. That's a highlight. Like, yeah, I lost the fight, but I threw him in the crowd. I threw him in the front row. So I'll eat that. I'll eat that loss. Throw somebody over the top.
Tank made a lot of rules, man. He's the reason for a bunch of
A
stuff.
lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, he had the one dude where he had his knee on the guy's head, and he was pulling the fence in.
Yeah,
He was
man.
like smashing the guy's head.
That's
You
crafty.
see that one? Yeah.
That's
Like,
crafty.
hey, there's no rules. Like, well, that wasn't a rule at the time. Like, all right, let me just smash this guy's head with my knee, and I'll, use my hands and pull the fence back.
Yeah, I seen a video clip the other day. What do you think about this? He was from someone's guard, I think, and he was grabbing his head, slamming it off the canvas. And that's
Hell
legal.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
was one I always wanted to do. Maybe one of you guys can do it. So I wanted to put a lot of pressure against him on the cage and, bring him up like I'm going for the double leg, but then keep him against the cage and start kneeing him in the head while I'm holding him upside down.
oh man,
I always wanted to do that. That was like my move. I used to practice it on people. I did that to some of my friends in training, and put me down. They think they're getting dropped, but I just hold them there. Then I keep them getting them. But I couldn't get a lot of leverage on my knees. Not that I was trying to hurt my friends, but while I was practicing that, I'm like, this is such an awkward position. I couldn't get any leverage. Would that lead to a new rule change? Are they going to consider him grounded because he's technically laying on the fence upside down?
and
You're kneeing him in the head.
well, they're
Maybe one of you guys can make it happen.
yeah. I'm gonna have to drill that.
Do it for me.
So what do you think
Next
about
time you
this?
get Eric, I'm glad they're legalizing that.
So when are you guys gonna start to utilize that? You know what I'm saying?
So we have the 2024 Coconut Elbow Championships coming up in December. Who is it? Fritz Duriska is coming in. He's providing the coconuts for us. And we're going to see how many you can smash with your elbow in under 30 seconds.
Is this
No. But no, I am glad that the 12-6 illegal elbow is being corrected. So.
Man, he had me sold when he threw Fritz in there. God, what a good guy, man.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Fritz is on the card November 9th, same night as you guys. Is he in?
Glad Fritz is coming back.
I'm trying to see he's in the red corner, I believe.
Fritz
Fritz is in. Fritz is the fight before you, Preston. So
Ooh.
you guys will be in the locker room together, warming up at the same time.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's the fight before you. You guys are in the same corner. So, yeah, he's a heck of a guy. Best chef in the world.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
I'm still mad at Sheldon for kicking him in the head.
I know, dude. I feel bad for it sometimes, man. It keeps me up at night sometimes thinking of Fritz. But, I mean, for somebody who doesn't go into, a gym, at least whenever we'd competed against one another,
Yeah.
someone who didn't go into a gym and really get their sparring reps in and stuff, Fritz shows up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I still don't think he is. He's always on the road traveling and working and cooking for people. So
Yeah, but he does, those high-profile dinners and stuff, so
Yeah.
I imagine he's a little bit of money from that.
I hope so.
Bunch
I've
of rich
seen
fuckers
I've
getting
seen
tips probably.
I've seen the stuff he does, and it's impressive.
He's got power.
So
Important.
yeah, he's got some speed. I've seen some videos of him training, and he's got a little speed to him. I believe your range was a little was tough on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and the lack of sparring. So
yeah.
your range mixed with his lack of sparring is
Well, that was a fight I was kind of able to display my grappling skills a little bit, because I mean, like, I knew if he wasn't in there getting rolling rounds and stuff, like we had that small jiu-jitsu gym in our hometown for like, 6 months to a year or whatever. So we was able to, I was at least getting rolls in. Like I wasn't high level, of course, but
yeah.
like I was at least getting the rolls in. I knew I had a grappling advantage over him because like stand up striking, it's a little bit more riskier. Like a very green guy can still come in and score a lucky punch and possibly put it down. You know what I'm saying? Jiu-jitsu, it's like I feel like there's a little bit more of a skill discrepancy. Like guys can't really get lucky just coming in and grappling.
Yeah, I mean you gotta get really, really lucky to beat somebody in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Perfectly lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sheldon was taking my back so much in preparation for that. So when he went out and took the dude's back, I was like, oh, this is all just what. See, and that's another thing is like, I was just thinking about today, like, once I knew we was going to be doing this interview, is like, one thing I was wanting to talk about was like, lately, what I've kind of like figured out, and it made such a big jump in my game, is just systemizing everything and like actually having options when like, let's say I get on top. Like, I don't just freak out. See, like, because when I was on top of Mitchell Vaughn, like, I had him dead rights, but I just rushed everything, and I didn't have a system built of what I was going to do once I was in that position. I was just freestyling, Like, I just take techniques and start freestyling, but now I have systems, from everywhere, whether it's a game plan and some more in-depth game plan rather than just freestyling and having a few things that you want to throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really going out there and knowing what we want to bring this guy into and what it's eventually going to turn into and pay dividends later in the fight, and stuff like that. Like, really game planning deep. And that's a big difference, like, lately in my game, just since I moved to Category 5.
Definitely build into your system. Holding somebody upside down on the cage and knee them in the head.
Yep.
I want to see it.
Well, that's part of the system now. I mean, like, that's like
Cage, dude. Like, that's like, you have to work that in. Once you get a system built, it's a lot easier to just drill the stuff relentlessly too. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just drilling techniques you might not use.
I'll have to come down and demonstrate this move, and hopefully maybe one of you guys can figure it out. I'll be there. I'll be at Category 5, November 23rd. We're doing a grappling event there that day. Just all grappling. I think we're going to start maybe 4, 5, 6, something like that after the classes are over. But we're doing a grappling show at Category 5, November 23rd, on a Saturday. So, hey, anybody watching, want to get involved, let us know.
I'm sure we'll be there. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be there.
Get a lot of
hope so. So, and you'll have me demonstrating to these guys, my old move that I never got to even attempt. I practiced it a few times. It was like I had two moves that were unique to me. One of them, I could do a suplex from the ground. Like, literally, I did it exactly like a pro wrestling suplex, but I did it as a side mount escape. Like, if I was on the bottom side mount, I could do a pro wrestling suplex to get out. And I've done it. I did it in an MMA fight. I let the guy take side mount when I got on my back. I think I pulled guard for a guillotine or something and missed. And like, all right, I was like, I'm gonna lay my leg down flat on the ground, let him take side mount, and then when he did, I was like, all right, I'm gonna block him from taking mount, and I'm suplexing him, and I did it. It worked. And then my second move I wanted to try that was unique was the one I've been telling you about. So I'll show you both of them when I get down there. Hell, I might show you. Maybe I can show you at the fight this time. Like early in the day or something. But yeah.
That's a good system right there.
Yeah, that's my system. Like,
you'll be split open our.
Yeah. Like, all right, here's my system. I'm 6'4", 160. Not now. Back then, I'm 6'4", 160 pounds. Nobody can reach me.
Did you get shorter? Is that what you're saying?
No, I got fat. I'm tall. I got quick feet. I'm gonna move. Didn't get a lot of sparring in, so I'm gonna throw one punch at a time, and then I'm out. jab, gone. That was my system. I'm going to move. I'm going to get you down. If you get on top of me, I will let you take side mount because I got a nasty escape. Nobody can stop it. And
Teach us that too.
always wanted to I always practiced a lot of Fedor Emelianenko style ground and pound, and I always wanted to try it like from guard, like the way when he fought Nogueira. I practiced to literally mimic him to a T. Never got to do it. Every time I take somebody down, I'd go straight to side mount. I'm like, man, I wish this guy would pull guard. So I almost wanted to let him do it so I could practice my ground and pound, but I never did.
Kind of look
to go straight to mount, pound him out.
You know, Fedor top control stuff too. You know, I've like over the years, that's someone I love to watch. Like the way that he, like, frames and uses that to stand up and stuff like that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I just loved how he would like. You think he's about to stand up, and he comes with a bomb.
Vicious bomb.
And he would throw everything into it. And if he missed or even he landed, I mean, he was really in a spot where he could get countered or get caught in a submission or something. But I practiced a lot of that and trying to work that ground and pound and not get caught and not get swept. And I got swept some, but I got took me a while to figure it out, got better at it. But yeah, that was my system. And man, I missed
November 23rd, right?
Miss it. November 23rd, Category 5, Hurricane, West Virginia.
Tag team match. Starcher Brothers versus Keith Now.
Going down.
It's going down. Coconuts will be broken.
Yeah.
All right, boy, it's been fun. We've been on here a while, but I believe that's like all I got other than just BS in here.
Yeah, dude, love chopping.
You're going to have to label this. Dude, we had a podcast all the way back in the day. It's been forever since we've been on.
Yeah, God, when was that? Gosh. I don't remember. I know you've been on here a couple times.
Yeah, that was after Landon. After me and Landon fought, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was December of 22.
Yeah, right before the time.
And Sheldon had his debut that night against that one a-hole.
Yeah, the no name.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna call him out and get that one back too. I was thinking I might have to put that one on my list, but I just let it slide. I don't.
Oh yeah, you should fight him, not at New Line, but somewhere else. Yeah,
I've been thinking about it, man. But the truth about it is, man, that like if I hang on to all of my losses like that, I'll probably end up fucking tracking them down, keeping that shit with me my whole career. So
yeah.
Well, I think that dude's career's over though. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy could catch it anywhere. He could catch it at the Applebee's. You know what I'm saying?
And once
he almost caught it from me that night. I had like 10 people holding me back.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just would have shot on you anyway.
That wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
No.
I'm just gonna ignore. I'm just gonna go off on a redneck thing here. I'm just gonna say I'm 300 pounds. Jiu-jitsu doesn't work on me.
Just stand up.
I'll just stand up.
Yep, Derek Lewis.
Except Derek proved that he can actually do that.
Yeah, no.
Like, you gonna armbar me? I'll curl you. I'll just bend my arm. You want to take full mount? I'll just stand up, by God.
Yep, legit technique.
I'm 300 pounds.
That's the biggest arm.
Jiu-jitsu doesn't work. Jiu-jitsu versus 300 pounds. 300 pounds wins all day.
Looks like you're not even going to have to get a new belt, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just use that one.
I don't know.
I like how he holds it like it's a violin, though.
Yeah.
Or a cello, or whatever that is.
You know, it's kind of convenience purposes.
It'd be nice, you could actually like get one of these and turn it into that. Just like.
Yeah. Once I get that straight, I'm taking it everywhere with me. We're going to dinner. I'm gonna get a nice warm shower with the girl.
We'll see you out pumping gas in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Taco Bell drive-through, and then on the toilet about 2 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my younger brother being a champ before me is gonna hurt. It hurts, but it feels good. But it hurts. I can't lie.
We got to get it done first. In spectacular
manifestation. It's already done in my mind.
Yeah.
I've already felt the pain of being the older brother without the title. I've already felt it.
It's all good, man. You're leading the way, and
he's my first call out.
Yeah.
First title defense, big brother.
Yeah, I get a shot.
I'm gonna give you a little thing though, Sheldon. The big brother always wins. Just so you know, you can beat him in the gym, but when it comes down to the real thing, big brother always wins. I'm a big brother. I'll tell you, it's true.
Yeah, we're one step ahead, man. I mean, I got 18 months on the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't teach our little brothers all of our tricks, just some of them. We
Yeah.
got a few of them saved up. There's some things like it doesn't matter if Preston makes it to like a UFC title fight. There's a couple tricks he'll never pull out unless he's fighting you.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got a few things up the sleeve that are only for you. So.
See, and you can dig down deep when it comes to competing with your brother. You know what I'm saying? You can dig down to another level, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
Sometimes the whole gym will just stop and watch, man. Preston just go to war, man.
That is truth. That is true. That just happened a couple mornings ago.
Yeah.
That's true.
Makes me think back when I used to spar with my little brother, man. But he was, my little brother was one of those guys. He had the best intentions, but when you hit him, it didn't matter if you barely touched him or you hit him hard. He got pissed off, and it turned into a real fight every single time. He couldn't spar. He couldn't spar. But there was one way to beat him because he didn't believe in sit-ups, so you just had to go to the body, put him out. There was one night, I'm like, Chris, the round's over. The bell's ringing. He's still swinging. I'm like, Chris, stop. And he's like, motherfucker. And I'm like, dude, stop. Boom, hit him right in the gut. That ended it. That round was over there. He would get pissed. Yeah, I mean, I just come out and just touch him with a little jab, and he's like, okay. Like, dude, we're just going light.
Yeah, it's part of it.
We do a good job keeping our heads on our shoulders, but it is. I mean, like, no one wants to lose to your brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you'll have to hear that shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, in a training session, there's no winner and loser. You're just
you're right.
Getting work.
I mean, he's also my best look a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so like we got to know, like, hey, we are going to go hard here. You know what I'm saying? But just don't have an ego about it. You know, just get your head back a few times and understand we're learning.
I'm sure you guys work good together. I mean, for a while it was all you had. So, and I know you guys were coming up together and just training together all the time. So it's now that you have other people to work with, like it's got to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm sure your best rounds are still you're going to be your brother. But like
when it's drilling, we like to drill together mostly. You know, but when it comes to the rounds, a lot of the times we break away and don't see each other till the end of class. You know, because we like to get other rounds with other people. But when it comes to the sparring and getting ready for a fight, we do like to bang out on each other. You know that's what it is. We're good looks for each other because we're around each other's weight classes, sizes, and stuff.
Yeah, you feel comfortable and you know your brother's not going to try to hurt you before a fight or something too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's going to try to zap you, but he's not going to try to injure you before a fight. You know, he's honestly going to give you the best rounds, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine sleeping out my big brother. That'd make me sad.
Yeah.
It's hard to picture something that could never really happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'll never happen.
Yeah.
I'll come with a baseball bat after that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just think like GSP be like ranked #1 fighter in the world. His older brother's an accountant. He's not beating his brother up in a real fight.
That is always true. Like John Jones' brothers beat him up. You know, like that's true. Yeah. And John Jones is pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Like Dana White knows it. We all know pound for pound. You know?
Yeah.
Having the power of being the elder, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's the aura. Thing. Yeah, it's the aura, dude. It's the aura of being older. See, but he's got middle child aura, too. And you know middle child.
Yeah.
They're a menace to society, you know. So.
Yeah. And y'all probably got like a little sister that just beats up both of you.
We do got a little sister, yeah.
Mean right hand, brother.
And I bet you hear all the time, she probably tells everybody, like I can fight. I grew up with brothers.
Exactly. But this chick,
that's my sister's line, too.
She's got the Dagestan beard with no mustache, man. She just shoots on our legs and puts us.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wait, no, she can't.
No, we've been trying to get her in it, man. I bet she did.
There's no interest in it. I'm sure she's your biggest fan, so that's good.
She is.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, y'all got any shout-outs before we go?
Shout out to Eric for letting us live in his house. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, dog, for real.
All right. Yeah, hey, November 9th, Catlettsburg, Kentucky. New Line Cagefighting 30. These guys have been around since New Line 8, right? So when you came back, you fought the same night as me, right? Your debut?
Yep.
Or did you fight the one before that? You fought that night?
That was.
He's been around since New Line 8. Here they are, still young, fighting on New Line 30. Yeah, come out and see these guys. You can get your tickets at newlinecagefighting.com. Make sure to tag these guys. They get paid.
My own world of make
can't attend,
believe.
the video is going to be
Kids
on our
screaming
YouTube channel
in
on
the
the member-only
cradles,
area. We've got to choose the
profanities.
live pay-per-view
I
level,
see the world
and
through
it
ice
is a
covered
subscription,
in
so
ink
if you don't want to be charged again, make sure you
Cross
cancel it.
out
And
the
it's
ones
easy
who
to do. Go to
heard my
your
cries and
YouTube
watched
settings
me
and your
weep.
subscriptions and
I
purchases,
love
and cancel right there.
everything.
All right, everybody,
Fire
thanks for watching.
spreading all
Guys, thanks for coming on,
around my room.
and good
My
luck.
world's
See
so
you here
bright,
in
it's hard
4
to
weeks.
breathe, but that's alright. Hush.